strange times. Times where battles are fought. Not real battles, but battles of life and the battles within. Pain, anger, and frustration have so often defined the way that we see the world. We work on ourselves, hone our skills, strive to be the best for the outside world, placing our head over our heart. For centuries, the so-called matters of the heart have been downplayed by the victors, the alphas. And yet, in the New World Order, the heights of your intelligence are sustained by the adept handling of your emotions. Happiness, fear, anger, affection, shame, disgust, surprise, lust, sadness, elation, love, frustration, anxiety, failure, achievement. These are emotions that affect our day-to-day life, and they can be broadly classified in two dimensions: the physiological side. Emotion is a complex state of human mind involving bodily change of widespread characters such as breathing, pounding heart, flushed face, sweating palms, pulse rate, and gland secretion, etc. The psychological side, a state of excitement or perturbation marked by strong feelings. Nobody understands me. He is jealous of his colleagues. My boss is always in a hostile mood. She does not understand the feeling of others. He is always nagging others. Why does it happen only to me? The above statements refer to various emotions we experience in our day-to-day life. Emotional intelligence or emotional quotient is simply defined as knowing what feels good, what feels bad, and how to get from bad to good. Knowing your emotions and knowing emotions of others. It refers to emotional management skills which provide competency to balance emotions and reason so as to maximize long-term happiness. Emotional intelligence is the capacity for our own feelings and those of others, for motivating ourselves and for managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationships. Emotional intelligence describes ability distinct from but complementary to academic intelligence. In the Indian perspective, emotional intelligence is the ability of an individual to appropriately and successfully respond to a vast variety of emotional inputs being elicited from inner self and immediate environment. Emotional intelligence constitutes three psychological dimensions such as emotional competency, emotional maturity, and emotional sensitivity, which motivate an individual to recognize truthfully, interpret honestly, and handle tactfully the dynamics of human behavior. Research has proved that IQ can help you to be successful to the extent of 20% only in life. The rest of 80% success depends on your EQ. But what is the meaning of the word success? The word success is a relative term. Living a healthy and happy married life may be an indicator of success for some. Reaching a top position in career may be an indicator of success for others. For some, having a satisfying job life or personal satisfaction may be an indicator of success. Only the tangible achievements may not be indicators of success in life. Many a times, non-tangible performance or achievements may be termed as successful. And who would be a person with a high EQ? He would be one who would know a time to wait and a time to watch, a time to be aggressive and a time to be passive, a time to be together and a time to be alone, a time to fight and a time to love, a time to work and a time to play, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to confront and a time to withdraw, a time to speak and a time to be silent, a time to be patient and a time to decide. Emotional skill managers have to learn emotional competency, emotional maturity, and emotional sensitivity. Emotional competency is tackling emotional upsets, high self-esteem, handling egoism, handling inferiority complex. Emotional maturity is self-awareness, developing others, delaying gratification, adaptability and flexibility. Emotional sensitivity is understanding threshold of emotional arousal, empathy, improving interpersonal relations, communicability of emotions. So, do different professions require different level of EQ? The cluster 1, where you need extremely high EQ, are artist, insurance, advertising, social work. Cluster 2 of very high EQ, teaching, legal, tourism, politics, business, entrepreneurship and police. Cluster 3 average, judiciary, administration, information technology, medicine, banking, engineering, accountancy and nursing. Some myths and facts about EQ. Being emotionally intelligent does not mean a weak, submissive or defensive personality. Being high in emotional intelligence does not mean being extra nice, polite or sugarcoating your language. The females are not superior to males in expressing emotions, as most of us tend to believe incorrectly. In fact, research has shown that males are equally emotional when compared to females. There is no direct evidence to prove that EQ is dependent upon heredity. However, the environment does make a difference to its development. So, can EQ be developed? Yes, you can develop your EQ by upgrading your emotional skills. The popular thinking that EQ is entirely inherited is incorrect. Emotional intelligence is not fixed at birth. There is no emotional intelligence genes as such that we know of today. It is something one has learned and it can be upgraded at any stage of your life, which is not the case with IQ, which is more or less static. Though there are some thoughts that EQ cannot be measured, yet there have been some studies that prove to the contrary. The EQ test, developed by Professor N.K. Chadha and Dr. Dilip Singh. The test has 22 real-life situations. It has been standardized on the Indian population. The test has been attempted on more than 70,000 people worldwide so far. In these days of ever-shifting paradigms, applying EQ makes you feel comfortable within your own skin and with people around you. You can also understand what makes you incompatible with certain people or jobs and learn ways to deal with the emotional difficulties with ease. You can also understand the specific feelings that cause you stress and learn ways to be at peace. Be emotionally healthy.